everyone in
Good
the chat.
morning. Hello.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. So good to see you. Thank you for being here. Hi, Mani. How are you doing?
I am doing fantastic on this wonderful Wednesday.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. Okay. So if you are familiar with our lives, so welcome back. If you are not familiar with our lives, so my channel and our lives is usually about like spiritual topics, not also spiritual topics about relationships, how it relates to our relationships with ourselves, with others, and all the emotional
Definitely.
stuff like people pleasing, like
Oh,
needing
yeah.
external validation, and all the like eating trauma and stuff, all these things that people don't really like to talk about. So we do it here. So we can talk about anything as long as it's legal, right? So okay, so feel free to ask your questions in the chat, or if you're watching the replay, ask questions in the comment section, and we'll do our best to answer them.
Answer them.
Yeah, yeah. So good to see you. And okay, let's dive right in. Today's topic is feeling like you missed your chance. Do you sometimes think, you know what, it's not going to happen? I don't think so, right? And do you ever feel like you waited too long and the chance is now gone, right? Like you wasted your time and, and sometimes you think that the door is closed, but the door is it's not really closed, right? Because sometimes it's just waiting for you to open it again as a new version of yourself, right? So what you perceive, what we call missed opportunities, are not really missed at all, right? What do you think about this topic, Mani?
Oh, this is a fantastic one because I know everybody out there has experienced at least once going, oh my gosh, I wish I would have, done this, or I wish I would have taken advantage of this opportunity when it presented
Right,
itself. And how would my life be different? I bet it would be so much better. And we get hooked up on that kind of thinking, and
right,
we think like that's never coming again, like ever, ever, ever. And
right. And
this
we
is
think that
this
we
is a
missed
great
that
one.
person. Yeah, and so in this live, we're going to touch on how to change your mindset and how to get rid of your regret and how to create space to call in the things that you really desire to experience, even if you thought that you missed that chance or opportunity. Because a lot
Yes.
of the time we think that, oh, no, it's not going to happen. We missed it opportunity. And we expect things to come exactly at the same time or with the same circumstances that we experienced before. But sometimes the opportunity that is going to present itself, it's going to come in a all like different shape and form, right? Because when you add that opportunity that you perceive as missed opportunity, right? You were a different version of yourself, and that
Yep.
opportunity was in alignment to the old you, right? So now you're going to get a new one, a new opportunity because you're a different person now. So it doesn't matter that you missed your chance. Maybe you're going to get a better chance, right?
I don't think it's a maybe, it's a definite. We just have to hold that space. Now, this is really important for people who just think like as well, by the same extension of, I missed that opportunity, it ties in with the whole, my best days are behind me and there's nothing
Right,
good ahead of me. So again, this is recognizing that we are going to be breaking that old programming that has been put into us since we were kids, because we're taught that everything is linear and everything follows a formula and a pattern. We're going to break out of
exactly.
that. We're going to recognize that, you have great days behind you. This is true. And they built you into the person that you are. But you have amazing things ahead of you that you can't see or even think of yet. And you need to hold space for the cool things that are coming to support
Exactly.
who you're becoming. Yeah.
So, we think we missed that chance, we missed that relationship, or we missed that job, or we missed that opportunity, and that's create regret, right?
Yes.
So we live in regret, and So let's say you made a mistake, okay, and you missed your opportunity, but you can't really miss what's really yours, and we'll get to it later. Let's
Yeah.
say you missed your opportunity, right? So that happened. Time doesn't exist, but just for that to make sense, let's say you missed your opportunities in the past, right? So now you live in the present moment with the same regret. So in the present moment, you actually create your future. So you
Hmm.
drag in all the mistakes or the missed opportunities or whatever into your future, right?
Yeah.
So someone is asking what's this all about. So we are talking about in this live about missed opportunities and how we live in regret, right? And we think that the best is behind us, but that's not really true, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Carpe
Yeah,
diem. You got that right, my friend. Employ
yeah.
Mate.
So feel free to ask questions if you have any questions, right? So, I heard someone like, I read a post yesterday and it was really interesting. And he said it was about detachment. And what he actually was saying in the post that you receive the best things when you are not looking for them. The best things come to you when you are not looking for them, right? If you think about it, a lot of the great things that all the things that you manifested and you wanted to experience, and the greatest thing that you ever manifested was when you really weren't looking for it, right? It's just like a pleasant surprise
Exactly.
from the universe. But people confuse this thing that expecting and looking, they are the same, but they are two different things. Let's say, money. I explained the difference between looking for something and expecting for something, right? Let's say you want to make a deposit to my bank account money. Okay, so you're telling me, Lemor, like I'm depositing this amount to your bank account, but it will take like 2 business days or whatever until I see it in my account, right?
Yep.
So I'm expecting the money, but I'm not going to go to the bank app and look, or do I see like money's money yet or whatever? Like I just know that it's coming, right? So I'm expecting it, but I'm not looking for it. So that's a major difference, right? So okay, so let's go back to what, and I'm going to ask you something, Mani, about the present moment. We think that if we want to create a better future, we need to create a better present. So if we are all the time thinking about what went wrong or what missed opportunities we actually had, so this is really like sometimes blessings in disguise, right, Mani?
Yeah.
Did you experience this kind of situation in your own life?
Oh my gosh. I think everybody has at least at one point or another, and probably
Yeah.
several times, sort of thing. And
Mm-hmm.
it's about becoming present with your thoughts, recognizing where they're coming from, and
Mm-hmm.
basically, okay, I'm acknowledging this thought that I'm having. It's making me feel this kind of way, but you know what? That's not in my now. That supported who I was. It's not who I am. It's not who I'm becoming. So I can just let that go and open space for what is going to be coming.
Right, because sometimes missed opportunities is actually redirection.
Yes.
How
Yeah.
many times, right? How many times did you experience a situation where you really, really, really wanted something, but you didn't get it at the time, right? And right after you received something even better, and you said, like, you know what? Like, thank God, all of us. But at the moment when it happened, we feel like, we're depressed. And we're like, we're like sad. But in hindsight, this is like, it was a blessing in disguise. And another good thing that we get to have is gratitude for what didn't work. We are grateful for what happened, but what about being grateful to what didn't happen,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
Because
So let's take
yeah,
a look at it this way. So let's say um I want to live in a candy shop. Totally there. Um
yeah,
so So let's use this, usually relationships as an example are usually
Yeah.
pretty poignant one. So let's say there is somebody that you're very attracted to that you can just picture this perfect life with, sort of thing, and
Mm-hmm.
they don't see you that way, or they just don't make that connection, or
Yeah.
it's a whatever it is, and then you
Yeah.
find out months later, sort of thing, that they are not that way that you pictured. Like, they have a relationship with somebody else and it's absolute hell. Well, now you can be thankful that you did not get, all enthralled with all that junk, and that would have really brought down your vibration and slowed down your growth. So
Yeah.
giving thanks for missed opportunities that didn't just quite make it to your reality is not a bad thing.
Right. And we talked yesterday about something, money, that like when you're talking to your friends, sometimes they're telling you, you know what? Oh, I wish I took that opportunity or whatever. Now everything would have been different if I, right? So the actually what when we are doing it, we're contaminating the present moment, because that present moment, it's your point of power to create the future, because the present moment, it's like a clean slate, right? But you are looking backwards. Oh, my best, do you know these people, especially, sometimes when we get older, and I'm not judging, it happens to all of us. We look back and we say, you know what, I will never get that opportunity again. Oh, you know what? These are, wow, my best days, and they're reminiscing about the past. But I'm not saying that something wrong with it. But it's like, in a sense, that they think that the best days are over,
Exactly. And that's not that way. It's just not that way.
right? And you know what? And when you think about it, there's a saying like, we all know the saying, the best is yet to come, right? Is
Right.
everything okay, Money?
Yep, I'm just, my dogs are alerting me, and I just wanna make sure that everybody's okay here on the porch and nobody's getting murdered.
Okay. So
No, we're good.
we
We're
are
good.
alive.
Yes.
Okay.
I
Okay.
d
Do you want to shout
I
your dogs?
no, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
I'm just
Okay. So, okay. I invite you. We have a tendency to think that our best times are behind us, right? But instead of
exactly.
saying like, but instead of saying, what if, or what if this doesn't happen, or what if, because usually the what ifs are very, very, very negative, right? So what if it turns out better than you think?
Because we always think that what we missed could never be as, you know, uh, as wonderful as what might come. We're basically we're wired to think that way, and that's the thinking that we need to undo. You don't keep needing to think that the best things and the missed opportunities that are in the past
Hmm.
are the best things that will ever happen to you when you miss them, because that simply is not true.
Right, right. So let's give the viewer like a quick guide. How do I have like, I think that I missed the opportunities or whatever. I live in regret. So the number one thing that you can do is just don't resist what you are feeling, right? Because a lot of the time we feel this sense of regret, and we suppress it. And no, 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 I'm okay, I'm fine, I'm good. Just this is what you are feeling right now. Your emotions are results of your past thinking. So if you are feeling these emotions right now, just don't judge yourself, right? This is the
Yep.
And now when you think about like missed opportunities, I invite you, because our brain has a tendency to focus on what didn't work, or what it's not happening, or what is wrong, or whatever, right? But if you just look at it, even if it's like a neutral perspective, right? There's a 50-50 chance that things will work out or won't work out, right? Like if you are the most logical person, right? There's a 50-50 chance.
This
But
is
no,
true.
we're like 90%. No, no, no. Everything, it's not going to happen, right? Because we are programmed.
Exactly. That's the old programming that's coming into play. And while that kept you alive, it didn't let you thrive, but it kept you alive. Hi, Lanny Banani.
Right. Hi,
Um,
Lenny. Good to
Hi,
see you.
Joy. While it kept us, alive to a point in the past, that's
Mm-hmm.
not something that we need to be bringing with us where we're going in our spiritual awakening, in our personal evolution and revolution, where we take off that old programming and overwrite it with the stuff that's good for us, that helps us advance, helps us
Yeah, and
understand.
yeah, I joy. And a lot of the time, a lot of the time,
Hi.
when you think of missed opportunities, they're not really missed at all, right? And if you think about it, I bet you that maybe there's an experience that you thought that you like missed or whatever, but maybe that opportunity already presented itself again to you and you just don't recognize it,
Yep,
right? Because
exactly.
you received that offer that you wanted from a different person, right? Or like the job that you wanted, you received like a different opportunity that is more aligned with you, right? So everything that happens is actually neutral and you get to choose the meaning,
This is true. you
right?
you
So,
you you're attracting in what you're vibing out, right? Like,
right.
so think about this like a okay, let's break it down really simple. A cat, right?
Yeah, hey,
Let's
Joy.
say
Thank
hi,
you. How are
Joy.
you?
So let's say a cat represents, what it is that you're wanting, be it a love, relationship, wealth, that sort of thing. If you chase after a cat, the cat's going to run away. But if you have what the cat wants, it will attract to you and come to you. That's I mean, it's a simple way to put it, but
Exactly.
that's the deal.
Exactly. And I said it and I'm going to say it again, like the universe is just one big copying
Copying
machine,
machine. Mhm.
copying your vibration, right? So if you are living so I'm not saying, so let's say you experience regret. I'm not saying to push that emotion away. Just look at it, just experience the sorrow, the grief, or whatever, right? And actually, when you do it, you automatically going to release that pain that associate with this like missed opportunity or event, right? Okay. Yes.
I can't tell what the little icons are, but it looks like a hands up thing from Joy.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm hoping that's
So
what it is. So, awesome.
yeah, Joy from India. Hi, India is in the house.
Okay,
Okay.
so we started with the emotional truth, which is
Mm-hmm.
basically we're recognizing where that comes from, recognizing the feeling it makes within us, and then
Right.
just letting it go because we don't need to keep it. The illusion is that the best is behind me. No, it's not. We're trained to think that way because we're disaster based, because our brain's trying to figure out how to have us survive all these tragic
Right.
situations. We don't need that. Hey, yes,
Yeah,
Canada's in the
Canada is in
house.
the house. Canada, India. Let's see. Let's see. Like, where are you from?
And the important one, what is meant for you will always be for you, and it will not pass you by. It may change forms, but it's not going
Exactly.
to pass you by.
Exactly. You know what? And you know what? It's going to present itself. But how do you recognize that opportunity? How can you recognize that opportunity again? It's all about being present to the moment, right?
Yep.
Because sometimes the signs and the opportunities we receive from God, the universe, you receive it, it's very subtle. It's
It
like
can be,
God is
yes.
whispering. There's a saying, God is talking to you in a silent voice. It's very subtle. It's like a nudge. It's like an intuition, right?
Mm.
So, my motto is if something or someone presents something to you and it's aligned with you, that's the universe working through this person,
Yep.
right? So if it's aligned with you and you want to do it and you like curious about it and you like in the aligned with that opportunity and it feels good, so go ahead and do it, because maybe that's your opportunity. You know what? At one time, when I was like in the past, when I was like, you know, working from 9 to 5, so I was between jobs, and so I came from the software world, right? All the software companies and stuff. So sometimes someone represented to me working at the law office, right? So what, there's no connection, but you know what? I said, you know what? Maybe that's the universe. And then I was represented to someone that actually was connected to someone in the workplace that I wanted to go, yeah, another software company. So you never know, even if it looks like, no, you know what? It's not, if it feels good and it feels aligned, right? So just go ahead and take your opportunity. What is Lenny saying? Most
So
of the
most of
time,
the time, we live in the past, which
yeah,
sometimes leads to depression and wishing things were different. 100%,
exactly.
yes. Versus living in the future, which brings stress and anxiety about things that have yet to happen and may never happen.
Right,
99% may never
right. You know
happen.
what? I said it and I'm going to say it again. I'm going to brainwash it. All your solutions, they're all the solution for all of your problems, it's being present. Why? Your mind, where does it live? In the past or in the future, never in the present moment. So if like 99, let's say, okay, 90% of your problems come from your mind, right? Because it's not really
Mm.
what's happening, it's what you think about what happening, what how you perceive it, right?
Right?
Because if you experience like an event or a negative event, you give it the negative connotation, right?
Exactly.
And you know what? And another thing that will help you to release this negativity, because we have a tendency, our mind, to dwell on things. Oh, she just said it to me. What? I can't believe it. You know what? We think about it like we can think about it for months, right?
Exactly.
So someone told me that like few years ago, and I adopted this attitude that let's say someone is triggering you, right? So instead of, oh my God, she triggered me or whatever, I can't do it anymore, like, so my mantra now, that was just an event and the event has ended.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, you know
Yes.
what? It helps you like to put boundaries and you just perceive it as an isolated event instead of doing it like a huge problem right now. You know what? Yeah, everything in life is neutral, right? Our conditionings and our filters color our experience, and we label things as good or bad, right? I think that Shakespeare said it. Nothing neither good or bad, but thinking make it so. Right?
This is true.
On you,
That's a
Shakespeare.
Well, that's like Henry Ford saying, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're
You're
right.
right.
It all comes from the thinking. Hello,
And you
Shannon.
know what? Hi, everyone. And you know what? Another thing we talk about it, money. That like if you are watching this video, so maybe most of you are in the manifestation community, right? You want to manifest things in abundance, and that's great. So I came to realize that most of the things that we want to attract, where they come to us. You know when? Not when we're like, no, we are like high vibration or whatever. Oh, I'm so excited. No, even when you are depressed or you are just sick or you're not feeling well or you just like had it, like, you know what?
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever, because you release all the resistance, or even when you cry. Have you ever noticed that sometimes you manifest and things come to you when you feel like not in a great shape, when you're
Mhm.
depressed, or you like, right, or you're just sick for a few days, right? Because you are so present, you are so in flow with what's happening right now. You are in a surrender mode, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
surrender, you know what? Whatever.
Yeah. So, yeah, and Lanny's saying, as well for the triggers and all that. So when somebody does something that's triggering to us and it makes us angry, is that the anger is just showing you where someone crossed a boundary of yours.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And that's another thing. And then, when we think about missed opportunities, I get it, and you allow yourself to feel these emotions, right? And just think about, instead of it, it's not a one-time thing. You need to change your lifestyle and your habit of thinking, right? So it's a practice. So instead of just, so this is like my guideline. Okay, if something comes in, a thought or a memory that you don't like, first don't resist it. Just let it be. Accept it and acknowledge it. Because thoughts are just little children that want acknowledgement, right? So acknowledge it and then flip it around to the opposite, right? So like saying, oh, you know what, money, you missed that opportunity. What were you doing? What are you thinking? It's never going to happen again, or whatever. You know what? So you just start to talk to yourself. You know what? Thank you for the feedback, but I think my best is yet to come. Even if you don't believe it at this particular moment, if you say it all over and over and over again, you're going to start to brainwash yourself, right? Exactly as you, because what's a belief? What's a belief? A belief, it's a thought that you think about over and over and over and over again, right? It becomes a belief, right?
Exactly. So when Lanny says it's actually helping you if you choose to see it like that, that's a detachment. That's a
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah.
So if a thought or a bad memory, just ask yourself, is it beneficial for me right now to hold on to this thought? Is it beneficial for me? No, it's not. And if you're like the most logical person, you don't need to be spiritual or whatever. Because how do you know if it's not aligned with you, those thoughts? You feel it in your body, right?
It makes you feel some kind of way. Yes.
Right. And Rich is saying the past is the
It's
memory
the
of
memory
now.
of now, and the
The
future
future
is
is
the
the
dream of
dream.
the present.
Yeah,
That's
like
cool.
I think that Winnie the Pooh said, the present moment it's a gift. That's why you call it present.
I don't know who was that said that,
Yeah,
but
Winnie the Pooh.
that kind of wisdom would come from A. Milne and Winnie the Pooh, wouldn't it? Because Winnie the Pooh
Yeah,
was the like ultimate example of
yes, Danny
detachment,
saying yes,
really.
it's Winnie the Pooh. I'm telling you, like all the good stuff, they hide it beyond like characters. You know what I'm saying? Like Shakespeare, Winnie the Pooh, right? And like you're saying, there is no try, right? Who said
Oh,
it?
that's Master Yoda. Do or do not do. There is no try.
Exactly. So
From Star Wars. Yeah.
all the information actually is hidden in those characters in the Disney movies. Hey,
Oh,
from
we're getting
Australia, ladies.
Australia's in the
Hey,
house.
Australia's in there. So
Yes.
we have Australia, we have India, right? We have Canada. Nice
That's
to see
super
you. If you
awesome.
have questions, go ahead and ask. This live, it's about missed opportunities, right? And how to clear the regret and to create space for new opportunities. So new opportunities will come usually, they will be disguised. you're not going to recognize it. Maybe sometimes if you are really, really, present and you are really aligned with your intuition, so you are going to recognize it, right? So it's a practice to recognize these new opportunities.
Take me
Take
to
me
your
to your
leader.
leader. Yeah. I'm telling you. And you know what? And you know what? If we're talking about like the Disney movies, I like the Disney movies, all the princess and stuff, but they program people, ladies, to be Denzel in distress. Oh, I'm not happy. I need a Prince Charming to come and save me.
They used to be formulaic that way. Now they're quite a bit different. They're showing more of the discovering one's inner strength. And basically they now look at them a little more differently formulaically, in that they encourage character growth through facing, some obstacles that seem absolutely insurmountable, um, but overcoming those and becoming that new individual, on vibing on a higher frequency, basically, to attract in new opportunities that support the
Yes,
person you've become. Sorry,
yes,
somebody
but that,
decided they want to
yeah,
glory in the good vibes.
yeah. So, but you know what? But those Disney movies, a lot of the time, it creates like sometimes miscommunication between men and women, like the Barbie movie. It was a year ago, like the Barbie movie, like all the women like became like angry with the men and whatever. I'm just saying, just notice what they are planting, right? But a lot of the time, like we said, like Winnie the Pooh and all these legendary characters, they have a lot of wisdom. Like this is like the universe wisdom, right? We just have to listen, right? So then it's saying might happen sooner rather than later. Yeah,
So let's take a look at it this way. So especially in the case of Winnie the Pooh and Yoda, and I know we're getting a little off topic. We'll get back to it here in
yeah.
a second. But so those characters, because of their personality, we have no resistance to accepting in the things that they're saying when we read it or when we hear it,
Mm-hmm.
right? um and that's a detachment. If they say something we don't like, or if there's a character, or something that we don't like that represents a bygone era, instead of getting angry about it, just recognize that and let it go, because it's not that way anymore, and it's not that way with you.
Yeah, exactly. Just take what serves you.
Yep.
If there's
And
something
let
that
the
doesn't
rest
serve
go.
you, yeah, and Lenny said, love this Barbie movie for the undercurrent messages that were there based on gender rules. Yeah,
Yes.
so you know what? Just take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind, right?
Yeah, and she just made a very good point as well. The Disney movies Inside Out and Inside Out 2, um,
Right.
presented how people deal with emotions and memories in a really, really good way.
Yeah, right, right. So there's a lot of wisdom, and also it depends which movie, right? It depends. It depends. So just take what resonates. So I don't know how this live is. We started to talk about like Disney characters and stuff. So this
You
live is
started it.
about yeah, I started it. Right. So this live is about if you just joined, so welcome. This live is about missed opportunities. So how do you create space for new opportunities to come? So first, you just need to clear the old emotions or the regret or whatever that related to these missed opportunities. Right? Okay.
Last
Yeah.
movie I watched was Stay Present and Dismiss What's Disagreeable. Yep, I like
Exactly.
it.
Exactly, the witness. Yeah, this is a good point. So, how do you say? There she goes. She said it. The best way to stay present is to witness and to be the observers the observer of your thoughts or your emotions or what happening. Okay, I'm feeling like a lot of regret right now, right? Okay, so just acknowledge it and then switch it around, right? So if you're, oh, you missed the opportunity, just do it on. I don't think, I think that my best is yet to come. And you can also affirm it like in front of the mirror every morning. What my best is yet to come in a question format, right? For it to sink into your subconscious mind, right? So I forgot what I wanted to say. We talk about, yeah. So you acknowledge this emotion, right? You acknowledge this emotion, and then okay. So how do you create a new opportunities? First, by acknowledging the old emotion, you create space, right? You
Yes.
create space because you are no longer dragging all the negative emotions or negative perceptions from the past to your present moment, because your present moment is your point of power, right?
Yeah. So SVK says, I've missed a lot of opportunities. There's still potentials for me to realize. 100%.
Yes,
Absolutely. Like that is the best mindset that you can have. And that opens
yes,
and holds space for good things coming in. So, like, super awesome. That's a great way to put
yeah. And
that.
you know what? And I promise you, so if you're going to get new opportunities, but they're just going to be in a different form, right? Because
Exactly.
I think that you're a different person now, right? You're a new version of you, right? So the new opportunities are going to be, they're going to be presented to you in a different way. And then you're like, you know what? Take my opportunity. So, yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, so sometimes though, just to, let's say, check in on where that growth and progress is from you in your spiritual journey, you
Mm-hmm.
will get presented with something that would have been an old lesson to see if you're going to jump for it and go backwards rather than going forwards. That opportunity
Exactly.
would have supported who you were back then. It does not
Exactly.
support who you are.
Exactly. Exactly. And you know what? If God's saying no, or everyone, or the universe is saying no, like I have a mantra, it just God saying like there's a better place, there's a better opportunity for you. You just can't see it yet because it's found in the unknown, and the unknown is scary because we never been to the unknown. But guess what?
Exactly.
All the opportunities, because you haven't experienced them, right? They are found in the unknown,
Exactly.
right?
So
So,
we're we're
go ahead.
talking about, I was going to say, I wanted to reiterate, a comfort zone is called a comfort zone for a reason. It's a good place to rest, but nothing grows there. You won't
Yeah,
if you stay in the rut, if you stay in the comfort zone, that's great. You can survive there, but you're not going to thrive and you're not going to grow, you're not going to learn, you're not going to
yeah.
progress.
And
So take it
you will feel safe until a certain point, right? Because there is a saying, the walls that used to keep you safe became your prison,
100% yes.
right? So, and another tool for you to, just, if you're just telling me, you know what, Lemo, it's hard for me to let go, I don't know how to let go, or how do I. So besides being present, so there's another hack that you can use. It's practicing trusting more. Because when you trust more, automatically you will let go. So it's not about how do I let go, it's about how do I trust more.
So this has some, it does have a parallel in like biblical and Christian teaching, and basically every other religion on the planet has the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's you're not meant to try and control it all. And it will literally say let go and let God do whatever,
Exactly.
right? Or whatever religion it is that you follow or don't follow or have an affinity with from when you were very young. sort of
Yeah,
thing.
right.
They all say the same thing. It encourages faith because what is for you is far more powerful than what was going to be against you to begin with.
Exactly. Thank you. Great conversation. Thank you for being here.
Hello,
Yes, if
Dark
it
Death.
is, yes, if it is,
Oh,
it is. Right? Just ride with the waves.
exactly. Just let go and trust. It's a little scary, but I promise you it works out better that way. Basically what that's telling you is when it tells you to let go,
Hmm.
it's telling you to open and hold space for what is coming, which is a good thing. It's always for your benefit. So, I mean, that's yeah.
Exactly.
It's scary.
Exactly.
It's tough the first time you do it, but
It's
guaranteed it's gonna
scary
take you
because
good
our
places.
mind likes to hold on to the familiar. Even if the familiar is not a good thing, right? There is a
Mhm.
saying, I prefer the devil as I know rather than the angel I don't.
This is true.
Right?
Mhm.
So we prefer what's
Exactly.
familiar, even if it's not good for us, right? So, and just think
Exactly.
about it. I heard someone is saying familiar. This is comes from the word family, right?
Yes.
Because a lot of the time we take those patterns that we learned when we were kids, right? From our parents and from our family. And we think that their beliefs are our beliefs, but it's not,
Not
sometimes.
necessarily.
Yeah, not necessarily. And most of the time, 90% of the time, it's not really what we believe in, right? But we recognize it just in a really later stage in our life. But now we have the power to change it. And I think we have to do another live about it, about family programming and how
Yes.
most of our challenges, it's a result of programming that we received as children, right? So I'm not accusing anyone because they
Nope.
were just doing the best they could with what they have, our parents, and they're learning from their parents, right? So
Exactly.
a lot of the time, yeah. So, Mani, do you have something to add to the conversation that you haven't already?
We took a bit of a detour on this
Yeah,
one,
so Lenny
but it
saying generation, I believe, fathers, parents,
oh,
and
parents and
grandparents
grandparents also
also
adopted
adopted
beliefs
the
from
risk
the
from
generation.
yeah, exactly, exactly. So, and especially, I think that if you experience spiritual awakening in this area, so you are the first in how many generations to break this pattern. This why it's so like freaking hard, right? You are like the black sheep of the family, but
No,
you're
if you
not
think
really black.
it's it's like trying to throw the brakes on a runaway train that has been, going for generations, and you're just like, nope, nope, nope. We're not continuing down this straight track that every other train has been on before. We're going to branch it off, so
Exactly.
we got to pump the brakes on what's going on. But I really do want to encourage everybody that watches this live. I want you to challenge yourself to flip the script and change your thinking a little bit. I don't want
Mm-hmm.
you to keep thinking that, romanticizing the past
Yes,
decisions.
yes,
We tend to romanticize the past, and it's like we forget the trials and the things that we went through in order to get to that good thing that we had in the past, and we
exactly.
think that's never going to happen again. That's not true. Just, um you can validate that feeling that that past event gave you, and give thanks and gratitude that that happened to you. And now you're just going to be saying, okay, I am opening myself up for like these amazing new experiences, because like I'm ready, let's do this.
You know
um
what? And something that really worked for me, I used to two things I used to do to dare the universe. I dare you, universe. You know what? You make it happen. You make the circumstances. Now you fix this. I dare you. Just show me what you have, right? I dare the universe. And another thing that I used to do is I hand over the responsibilities to God, the universe, my higher self. Like, you know what? you are more capable, you have like more, I don't know, you see everything like from up above, you know what I supposed to do, you take care of it for me. You know what, I hand over the responsibilities. Right. So that's really liberating, and that's really going to help you to break free from the negative thinking or the thought that, you know what, I missed my opportunities and I don't think that I'm going to experience like,
Mhm. Yeah, or you
something.
need to you need your need for control. Your need to control,
Yeah,
which comes from your
release your
ego.
need to control, right? Because
Yeah,
there's someone that, you can call it your higher self, your universe is watching everything from bird's eye view, and it knows exactly where you are supposed to be. And one more thing, that if you are, it's really important. If you are making a choice to do or not to do something, and you looking back and you're just beating yourself up about it. Oh my God, I made the wrong choice. Just tell yourself, you know what? If you did it, that's what you were supposed to do. Just be at peace with that decision. That creates also a self trust, right, and confidence. Even
exactly. And
even
detachment.
and detachment, right? And even if you don't think it was the best decision at the time, just trust that that's the way that going to. Again, there's a saying: the wrong turn will lead you to the right path. Oh, this is so huge, huge. It's like that's it.
Yeah, so and Lanny brings up something really, really good as well. And I know all of us have experienced this. If we ask for something and we leave ourselves open to listen and not think that answers can only come from one place, the universe is always guiding and responding to our thoughts and emotions in real time. They take a little bit to filter down into our 3D reality as we're living it,
Yeah.
but very definitely, music lyrics, numbers on a clock, on a license plate, things that your eyes are drawn to. You can
Yes.
find that way to relate to your current
Yes.
circumstance
Pay
for whatever it is you're
attention to
asking
the
for.
synchronicities, because a lot of the time, a lot of opportunities will come through synchronicities,
I
right?
love
Like,
synchronicities.
yeah, like you are talking with someone, or you just see like I don't know, like a number on his T-shirt or whatever, or you just see a sign on a billboard right after you ask for direction, right? So pay attention to the synchronicities, and they will align you with the opportunities that you desperately want to experience. I don't want to use the word desperately, but you know what I mean, right?
So, okay, so we're just going to sum up as well. So, um the best is never before, it's always in the becoming, and it's always in the becoming because you are always becoming, you're always growing, you're evolving, you're recognizing, you're detaching. I mean, all of these wonderful things are just working all in together. And letting go of something that isn't aligned with you is you're making space for something that is. And that's so okay. How do I know how to know if the person is the right person?
Okay,
Well,
so
that super huge question. You
yeah,
mind if
so the
I
first
take this
thing,
one?
the first thing to know if something is right for you, just uh, listen to your body. What is
Listen to
your
your
nervous
feelings.
system? What is your nervous system is alerting you? Do you feel calm and safe, or do you feel like something is off?
Yeah, you listen to your gut, but
Yes.
uh, I will say, so my husband and I just celebrated 10 years of marriage, and
Congratulations.
when we first started dating, and I'm gonna tell them this. So I had a lot of relationships throughout my my years, sort of thing. And I've had good ones and I've had unhealthy ones and I've had kind of meh ones. And then I've had a couple of really scary ones, sort of thing. But I learned something from them all. And this made me recognize how wonderful this person is that I'm with. I didn't have to change a single iota of who I was at the core to be with this person. It was uh frictionless meshing of personalities, which was totally awesome. And now we recognize that we give each other the latitude and the space to be able to grow and change. The core of who they are is not going to change, but allow for growth. People will say, "Oh, that's not the person I started dating." Well, they shouldn't be the person that you started dating. If they are and it's 10 years later, you got problems.
Yeah, of course, but you just have to evolve together, right? So
Mm,
I would say that your nervous system will know if it's the right person, and just like you said, allow yourself to be yourself, because you can't really push away someone that's meant for you. So if you be yourself and you see the way they show up, or if
yes,
you express your needs and they are open and they are listening, right?
exactly.
And they take it under it's, I don't know, like, you can't really know at the beginning, but you can see how this person is showing up over time.
Exactly. And don't rush things. Don't rush things
Exactly.
because you want to, hook this person in and stay with them just because you think that's the best you're ever going to get. Like, be
Yes.
the, you'll know. Trust me,
Right.
you'll know.
Many
You'll
people
know.
are congratulating you in the chat.
Yeah. I see that. Thank you so much.
Happy
Yay.
anniversary. I've been celebrating for the
Celibate.
couple years. Yeah. You know
Inner
what?
cultivation is a good thing. That's an investment in yourself, and that is a good thing. That's
You just preparing yourself
SVK.
for what's to come.
So,
This is how
okay,
you
so
create space. Okay.
invitation to the viewer,
Yes,
go.
okay. Invitation to the viewer. Start to adopt the affirmation. I want to say ask formation in the question format. Why is my best? I do it every morning. Go to the mirror. Why is my best is yet to come? Right? And be
Exactly.
curious about it. And your subconscious mind, its job is to go and to prove it to you. So start program yourself that your best is yet to come. And every time you experience those like bad, negative emotions about missed opportunities, acknowledge them, give them their space. And you know what? Thank you, but no thank you. I choose to believe that, fill in the blank, right?
Yes.
Even if you don't believe it, if you say it over and over and over again, it will become a belief, because a belief is just a repeated thought,
This
right?
is true. Well, we are going
Okay.
overtime today. This is a really great
Yeah,
topic.
I really enjoy this conversation. I really enjoy it. It's been a blast.
Absolutely. We'll have to continue it. We'll have to make a part 2
Yes. So thank you for everyone who's in the chat, right, to ask their
from all
question
over the world.
from all over the world. Oh
That's
my God, I'm so excited.
so
Yes,
cool.
and if you're watching the replay, go ahead and ask your questions. And I invite you, if you are not aware, I offer a 30 minutes free clarity
Mm,
call, so you can apply using the link below, right? If you want to know what is the blockages or what's preventing you from experiencing your breakthrough, so go ahead and take advantage of it. So thank you for watching. We are here every Wednesday, so you're invited to join. Thank you, Rich. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Lenny.
thank you,
Thank you.
SVK. She
Yes,
subbed. I hope we hope to see you again here next
yes.
Wednesday.
Love and blessing. Much love and blessing. Money, let's do our little heart here.
Back your hand up. Back it up. Back it up. There we go. Ta-da! All right.
Bye,
Sending love to
everyone.
everybody.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye
Mwah.
bye.
Bye.